How we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode 80 of our West Ham United career mode. A huge game against our arch nemesis, Stoke City, coming up. You know we always struggle against them. We've actually yet to beat them in this career mode in 4 tries. Obviously, we're into Season 3 now, so we played them twice in Season 1, twice in Season 2, and we've yet to beat them at all. I think we've lost 3 times, twice or 3 times, and we've drawn only once or twice. Yet to win. So a huge game for us. Obviously, we're sitting 4th in the table. If we win and the teams ahead of us either draw or lose, we could actually take over first place, whereas Stoke are sitting just above the relegation places. Connor Wickham leads the line for us with Deja and Oxlade-Chamberlain on the flanks, Delph, Kiote, and Grenier in the midfield, then our normal back 5. Going to be a huge game. Obviously, Stoke boasts a couple of talented players. David V up front, Boston, Walters, some solid players. Maurice Edu, American. Butland is always an absolute monster against us. You can see out the door. Former Hammer O'Brien on the bench as well. So a lot of Americans actually in the Stoke City lineup. But I do want to say this is episode 80. So that is sensational. Obviously, this is the most episodes I've ever done throughout a FIFA career mode, just because last season I ended up having to tail off late on. Didn't make it through Season 3, and we only had about 60-some episodes. The first career mode, we actually finished 3 seasons, but I didn't start till most of the way through Season 1, so that caused, it to only be 50-some episodes. This is the most episodes I've ever done. I'm up to over 400 subscribers now, so if you are subscribing, thank you so much, and as I thank you guys, I reward you by giving up a goal. Maurice Edu, the holding midfielder, gets forward, and Stoke, is it going to be a house of horrors yet again? They're at West Ham. They're at the Boleyn, at Upton Park, and they're still taking us to town. It's unbelievable how this seems to work out every single time. But like I said, thank you guys so much. I'm over 400 subscribers. I really appreciate all the likes and everything like that, because it just means a lot to me personally. It doesn't really do anything for me in terms of, obviously I'd love to have more subscribers and continue to build that, but in terms of the likes and everything like that, it just makes me know that you guys are appreciating this career mode, that you're enjoying it. We're actually going to bring back Hammer's Headlines. That should be back for the next episode. I want to make sure to keep doing the things that will keep you guys interested. Obviously, gameplay is fantastic. I hope the commentary keep you guys enthralled. But that said, I want to keep things interesting with different features and little snippets that are not seen in a lot of other career modes, because that'll make it different. That'll make it something fun for you guys to watch, and something you can participate in too. I always encourage you guys to give me suggestions on Hammer's Headlines in terms of storylines. It can be player things, it can be team things. I would love player storylines. Players want to leave, players unhappy, blah blah. Players are happy. It can be up to you guys. That's just something that'll keep the career mode fresh. You guys can suggest new players to bring in or who to get rid of and things like that. But Stoke, again, you did see in the background, they scored another goal, absolutely horrible. And Oxlade-Chamberlain says, enough of this. We're coming forward. I'm going to try and score all on my own because I'm sick of us going behind. But his shot goes just wide. Really good dribbling and skill to get all the way through on goal, but isn't able to beat Butland. Leno does make his first save of the afternoon on a Walters strike there that was right on goal. But in the first half, we're still pressing forward. Deja used a lovely bit of skill to cut inside, and he's taken down. Where does anyone get the ball? It's a penalty. 100 times out of 100, that should be a penalty. I think Jonathan Moss might have been the referee. What are you on, Jonathan Moss? It's sickening. We do get a free kick in the 59th minute. Grenier smashes off the head of somebody in the wall. I think it was Sidwell maybe. Took it right off the dome, and he's not able to keep it out. But Cresswell gets through a really good chance that Butland stops, though Aaron is offsides, as we are fighting tooth and nail, giving everything we can to get back in this game. And this, I just wanted to show you guys the formation change I actually made. It was basically a 3-1-3-3. Just absurd formation. I was like, I'm putting everyone attacking on. Rafa comes on. Carroll comes on. Dybala's on. Oxlade-Chamberlain's on. Grenier's on. Can it get a goal? Carroll into Dybala. Paulo Dybala creating there. A little bit of space. Back to Andy Carroll. And Lord Carroll. Sir Andrew, Lord of Carroll. We're back in the game. Beautiful finish by the big Geordie striker on his weaker foot as well. Smashes it across the face of goal. Beats Butland. No chance at all for the England goalkeeper, and it's in the back of the net, and that could be the lifeline we need. Can we come from behind against Stoke? We do remember Jenkinson's wonder goal that tied things up against Stoke City last year in the 87th minute, which was then, of course, followed by Stoke City scoring a goal in the 90th minute on our Arnautovic strike. And we're not going to talk about that. We don't want to hear about it anymore because it was negative. But we're trying to come back with some positives here. Wickham leading the charge after Carroll's header on the corner that followed his goal was saved. Wickham with another good chance, but he doesn't get anything behind the ball. And Connor Wickham, you know, he's so frustrating. He scores some lovely goals. He scored that goal against St. Etienne. That was wonderful. A couple of really nice goals. But then he'll go so long and just be horrendous and he won't score a goal. And I'll go, I can't keep putting him in the lineup. But he's the best rated striker that I have. He's 80 overall. He's just going up in overall like an absolute monster. He keeps going up, keeps going up, keeps going up. But he just won't finish the ball. It's just... It's so frustrating, but Grenier on the ball, whips it in, late into the game. Kiyate gets a head on it. Leno's come up for the goal. Stoke do clear the ball away, only as far as Marky Noble. Could this be the moment? Into Rafa, using a little bit of skill. Ball rolls around the defender, trying to beat Phil Bardsley. Nice little touch there as it takes into the byline. Steps inside, floats in, offside Chamberlain. Could this be the moment? Connor Wickham into Dybala. Surely he has to score. No. Nope. Nope. Paulo Dybala, the one man you would expect to score there, and he gets absolutely nothing behind the shot. He did take it on his weaker right foot, you have to admit, but we deserve something from this game. Butland was heroic again. 8 shots on target to Stoke's 3, and they beat us 2-1. Pretty poor game all around, you'd have to say. I thought we created decently offensively. Grenier does get Moose's Mighty Hammer of the match for 3 points. Dybala gets 2. Of course, he did look tricky with the ball, and Andy Carroll comes on as a substitute. Didn't play the whole game, so I'm not going to give him man of the match, but he does get a point. And to add injury to insult, Aaron Cresswell's out for 9 days with a bruised shoulder, and Fabian Delph out for 3 weeks. That's a massive loss because that'll rule him out in a couple of weeks' time for the matchup against St. Etienne back in the Champions League, the return leg, our return fixture of the group away in France. It's going to be a huge change to our midfield because Delph, Chiante, and Grenier has been our 3-man midfield that we've been rolling with throughout the Champions League thus far. So we're going to have to mix it up and see how things go. But we do have a good chance to bounce back against Reading in the Capital One Cup. They're not a side that really intimidates us. They have a couple of players. Robson Kanu's good. Karachan. Williams is an American. Federici in goal. Not really as familiar with him, but no one to completely scare us there. We do rotate the side a lot as it is the Capital One Cup. We pretty much rotate all of our normal starters out. That means Carroll's up front. As he's kind of a fringe starter alongside Rodriguez because I wanted to go back to the diamond with the players we'd be using. Downing, Rabiot, Noble, and Barber, our youth star in the midfield. Pratley, Top, Reed, and Obita with Tommy Thomas, our scout, or not scout, future star, our looks to be a future star, amazing potential player, leading us from the back in goal. Rodriguez with a good early chance. Noble whips a corner, and Stuart Downing plays it back to Scotty Barber. Barber is an absolute man. Obita with a strike off the crossbar. Jordan Obita, what an absolute hammer strike that was with his left foot. Just powers through it with his laces. Unlucky, son, you have to say. Really good attempt by the former Reading left back, of course. We did pick him up after playing Reading in the FA Cup. We're like, Jordan Obita, he looked really, really good. Let's pick him up, bring him into the team, and now he does have a chance against his old mates. But Downing from 29 yards with a free kick. Can he curl it up and over? He's done it so many times before, but he just puts that one onto the roof of the net. And we're not able to break through Reading. It didn't have a ton of chances in this game. It was uneventful throughout most of the game. Andy Carroll with a really good chance to score here, but Federici makes a save. And Rodriguez, what are you doing? He keeps the ball from going in the net. It trickled over Federici and was going in. Rodriguez says, yeah, you know, we don't need this goal. Let's play longer without scoring. And he actually keeps it off the line for the Reading defense. Absurdity there. But Barber into Francisco Rodriguez as he's trying to make it up. He uses his pace to get around Jem Karachan. And he eventually is pulled down in the box. That's a penalty. Stonewall 100% of the time. Mark Noble's come on, or he's been on from the start, and he knows this is his time to shine. The captain, back of the net, no chance. It's not his best penalty he's ever taken, but we are certainly going to take it at this moment in time because we're not looking to go to extra time. We've gone to extra time against Everton. Too much time struggling here in the Capital One Cup. Owed more to the fact that the side isn't as familiar with each other, you have to say. When you throw in a lot of your second teamers, you know, their styles might be similar. They might not be suited to all playing together on the field at the same time. But I do want to get them some game time, and with that, That's why you do see them in the lineup. But it does make for some interesting matchups. Obita had a fantastic game at the left back spot. Whips the ball on for Andy Carroll. Comes away to Kevin Nolan. Decides to hit on the half volley. And that would have been a wonder goal. But that would be it. You see Rafa, who's come on as a substitute, celebrating. He knows it's a big victory as we keep moving on. We are the defending Capital One Cup champions. And we want to retain that title if we can, because that's another piece of silverware, and that's really what we're trying to rack up in this career mode, so that would be huge for us. For me, man of the match was Tom Pratley, actually, at right back, our young English right back, one of the guys from our youth academy, so it's fantastic seeing our youth academy make an impact. Tommy Thomas did get 2 points for me. He was FIFA's man of the match. He made a couple of really nice saves and just controlled the game. He caught a lot of crosses, and 1 point to the goal scorer, the winner, Mark Noble. Controlled the middle of the field. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Of course, leave comments. Let me know. I want to hear some thoughts for Hammers Headlines for the next episode, episode 81. Can't wait to see you guys then. Be sure to subscribe and let anybody else know if they're big West Ham fans, if they're career mode fans. I want them to watch this and join in the fun. We'll see you then, guys. Bye-bye.